the Bougie Show, the Bougie Show. Tell them it's the Bougie Show, the Bougie Show. Yeah, 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 yeah. Turn up, turn up.
We're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Bougie Show. I am Zay the DJ, and my guest in front of me is a non-binary bona fide freak in the sheets. She flew in from Las Vegas, Nevada. She got a fat cat with burning desire to eradicate the orgasm gap. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sage the Flame is in the building.
I love the sound effect.
Do you approve?
I really do.
What's your nationality?
I mean, I was born in America, but I understand what you're asking. I'm half Dominican and half Nigerian. Yes. Afro-Latina, as they say.
And we just discovered that you're actually from Florida. A little bit.
You know what? Nah, because I'm from Baltimore. But
that's right. That's right.
And my Baltimore homeboys love to act like I'm not from there. But because, I also did spend some time in Florida.
Please tell me you watched The Wire before?
No, I was too young when it came out. I wasn't allowed to watch it.
It's time to stop the fuckery.
You need to go back and watch it. It's the greatest show ever.
I've heard. Yeah, it took place in Baltimore.
Sage the Flame joining us on the Bougie Show. You started out as an exotic dancer in Miami.
I did.
But only lasted a short time because of the arrival of COVID, right? Yes. And what erotic club were you dancing at?
I was at Tootsie's. I actually really liked that club. It was a fun.
Oh yeah, Miami Gardens. That was my spot.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I used to run. Man, I remember I was chasing after the Dominican girl, the waitress. I didn't get her though. Damn.
Yeah, it was a good time. Good little 3 weeks, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tootsie's. Wow. Okay. All right. So you did that, and then give me the transition.
So COVID hit. By the time I was in the strip club, I had already started my OnlyFans because I had started my OnlyFans in spring of 2019. But I was just kind of experimenting, seeing what was up with it. And then COVID hit, and then, I just went full time with OnlyFans, shot my first partnered scene. It was a nice little lesbian scene. And everything just went up from there. Everyone really loved it, and I just kept making content after that consistently.
Being that, your parents are Nigerian and Dominican, I'm curious to know, how did they process the news that you became an adult performer?
So at the time, I was living with my mother, and so she already knew that I was in the strip club. And, her biggest thing was, as long as I'm safe, whatever. And Tootsie's was a pretty safe environment. So honestly, once I started my OnlyFans, it started to go up pretty quickly, so that I made the decision to move to Atlanta. And that was when I broke the news to my mom, because she was like, right, how are you moving out of my house? What are you doing?
Right.
She, we've always had a really great relationship, right? Her MO has always been, as long as you're safe and as long as you're happy,
right.
So I didn't tell my father until, I forgot what year it was. I think it was 2021 when OnlyFans was like, we're going to ban porn. And then NPR had reached out to me to do an interview, and I was actually landing in Chicago, where my father is, the day that the NPR interview was airing, because it was a live radio show. And I was like, hey, Father, you should listen to this. I'm going to be on NPR. And so that's how he found out. And then I landed in Chicago, and then we talked about it. And he just had a lot of questions. He was just like, right, what does sex worker mean? Why does society hate you guys? What's up with this, So, yeah, I mean, everything went pretty smoothly.
You switched your look over the years.
I guess so, yeah.
Did you find your zone, or is this you want to just
I think, just as a young person in general, I think, as you kind of grow up and as you mature, you kind of mature into your aesthetics and your, who you are as a person. And obviously, right, this is not my final form. I'm still, still evolving all the time. But I don't know. I feel pretty comfortable where I'm at. I feel like I'm learning myself, and
Sage the Flame joining us on the Bougie Show. All right, we'll get into the talk now. You stated that you don't like celebrities like Ruby Rose using the OnlyFans platform to promote sexual activities, but not really hoeing. Still feel that way?
Yeah. Honestly, to keep it a stack with you, I personally don't really give a shit at this point. But I do think, especially when OnlyFans was kind of bubbling up as a platform, I did find it kind of problematic when celebrities, I guess what I found problematic was when celebrities would use OnlyFans in a very shady and shisty and like basically lying to their fans that, you know, I'm selling you nude content, but in actuality they're not selling nude content. And then I felt like that gave OnlyFans a bad reputation, you know, because people felt like it was like a deceptive platform. But I think that has since subsided. Maybe, I mean, honestly, I don't really pay attention, so I don't even know what the fuck is going on. But yeah, wasn't really a big fan of that. Still not a big fan of people being deceptive in general on OnlyFans, especially celebrities.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. How was your commute coming here? I know you came from Vegas and you're here now. Well, how would you didn't drive? You flew, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I did fly. It was cool. This was my first time ever landing in Burbank's airport, and it kind of caught me off guard because I didn't know that. Like as soon as I got off the plane, I was outside, and that was strange. And the Burbank airport is very small. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was cool. It was a very beautiful flight. I got a window seat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm the type of bitch to stare out the window. So you know, it was beautiful.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you coming out your way. We'll get into the adult talk. Something that I've just been asking as of lately. Actually, I'm curious to know. What do you say to? We've been getting a lot of comments lately from people. I bet your parents are so proud. What do you say to that?
I mean, honestly, my mother so for the record, me and my father are cordial with each other. We don't really talk that much. It literally has nothing to do with what I do. It's just that the type of person he is, he kind of stresses me out. So, you know, I don't really fuck with him like that. But my mother gives me words of affirmation all the time. Like, she tells me that she's proud of me. I think more so for the person that I am. And like she sees me as a person. She knows who I am as a person, like the love that I exude and everything like that. So, yeah, I think my parents are proud of me, and you know, I mean, I don't know. I don't really entertain like internet trolls and stuff because it's like, you know, who are these people? I have no idea. But yeah, my parents are proud of me and they love me and they just want me to be happy, which I am. So, you know, yeah, we're outside doing big things.
Okay. Did you inform any of your peers, other performers, that you would be joining us today?
No, I did not.
Okay. How many people do you know that's been on the show?
Quite a few.
Yeah.
Anna Fox. What's that man's name?
It's a few men, so I don't know what's
Isaiah
Maxwell.
You know,
Okay,
right.
gotcha.
But that's not who I was thinking of. What's that man's name?
Dredd?
He lives in Houston now.
Rob Piper.
Yes.
Rob Piper.
Yeah.
I just found out Hazel Grace moved to Texas. It's literally in Rob moving to Texas. Why are they going to Texas? Because it's cheaper to live there? They just rather fly here and do work and go back?
I think it is. I mean, you know, California is extremely expensive, but as far as Hazel Grace's situation goes, I actually was just talking to her about it. I don't know why she chose, because I was asking her why she chose Texas too. I was like, what the fuck? But I think it has to do with because I know her husband's in the military, so I think it might have something to do with that. But yeah, I mean, the cost of living is way cheaper than out here in California for sure. You know,
we're supposed to bring her on. It's just always been a conflict of schedule. So
yeah, she's a busy girl.
Yeah, Sage the Flame joining us on the Bougie Show. Let's talk adult talk now. Best way to make Sage orgasm?
Definitely foreplay. I definitely need a good warm up. I'm a very intimate lover, so first of all, I need to be like mentally stimulated by the person.
Okay.
And yeah, I need foreplay of all kinds. You know, I need the environment. You know what I'm saying? But after that, because that's like very, very important.
Right.
So after that, once we get the warm up going and the pussy juices are flowing and everything like that, I mean, honestly, like a penetration clit stimulation combo pretty much always does the trick. You know? You
use a Hitachi on yourself?
On myself, I typically, I have a vibrating wand. I don't really ever penetrate myself, but like I think that's pretty much out of laziness.
Last time you had sex off camera?
The last time I was in Florida last week, 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
What was that for?
Things and stuff.
Oh, you were getting your rocks off?
Yeah.
Okay, with somebody in the industry?
No.
Oh, okay. Somebody you deal with every time you come to Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, just when you come to Florida?
I mean, that's where he lives, so yeah.
So how you know he's going to be available? You don't have a girlfriend?
No, he does not.
Oh, so he just waits for you to come in town?
I mean, he has a life. He he's very focused.
Okay.
You know, he's doing his thing, and love that for him. You know, but yeah.
So you just hit him up, or you tell him, hey, I'm coming to town,
No,
be ready?
I mean, we're in contact. I mean, you know, like we talk to each other as frequently as we can. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's really only the fact that he lives. If we lived in the same city, it would be like all the time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've been making a little bit more excuses to go to Florida these past few months.
Yeah.
You know, it's been fun.
Did you go on a date too?
Yes. Yes, it was
So
beautiful.
he wants to be in a relationship with you?
I don't know if he does because I'm not pressing the issue. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like I said,
But y'all are intimate, so.
we're very intimate and
Very. I bet you are.
right. And he, you know, he has his life. He has his things that he's focused on. I have my life, my things that I'm focused on. So I'm not like really pressing like a relationship right now.
Where'd you
but
meet him?
Where did I meet him? Instagram.
Interesting.
Yeah, I saw
DM?
him. No, because my DMs are off. No one could DM me.
Okay.
So I saw him in my notifications, and I was like, "Who is this man? Like, this man is fine as fuck."
Wait, what do you mean notifications?
Like, I saw him like liking my pictures.
Okay,
and stuff,
all right.
And I was like, "This man is fine as shit. I need to, you know, see what's up with this man." And lo and behold, he was in Florida. I have family in Florida, so I hit him up, and next thing you know, we're talking to each other, and you know.
And he
Bob
knew
Daddy.
he was a fan of your work prior to liking
I don't think
yourself?
so, because as he tells it, he discovered me on his not For You page, the
Explore page?
Explore page on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how he
And then
apparently discovered me.
he discovered you were an adult performer,
yeah,
correct?
yeah, that was like secondary, you know. So, yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, we just got shadow banned yesterday on Zoe Sin's clip where she talked about swallowing as opposed to spitting out. It's grosser, and it went viral. It did like 400. At first, they removed it twice, Wednesday and Saturday, and we appealed and got it back. Then yesterday they removed it permanently, and then they shadow banned us. What? How do I get out of that?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm very much so fuck Instagram and fuck Facebook or whatever the
but
fuck. I'm not
Facebook
even on
owns it, and
Facebook.
the content is fine
know.
on Facebook. No issue. TikTok, no issue, but Instagram.
I know.
What do you do?
I mean, honestly, with Instagram, I try to be as PG as possible. So I try to like only post like lifestyle things or like, you know, I have other interests like yoga and like, you know, shit like that. So I'll post about that.
I understand why you guys. Is your page private? Oh, I understand why you guys got to keep it PG. I totally
Yeah,
get it. I
for
totally
sure.
get it. You know, every time. I was just looking at some of the older pictures, and you click on the page, the tag performer, nothing,
It's
no
gone,
post yet,
right.
no post yet.
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
They're gone.
Crazy.
What male performer out there that you haven't worked with, that you are intimidated by?
Intimidated by
Yep.
it? None of these niggas intimidate me.
Yeah, none.
None.
Okay.
Why would I be intimidated by anything? No.
Some people are intimidated of Brickzilla. Are you intimidated of Brickzilla?
No.
Would you jump in that road?
Probably not. He's
Okay.
not my cup of tea personally.
Oh, okay. So,
Shout out C-Boy though.
oh wait, you do original. I mean, you do your own content. You don't. You
I
don't deal with
produce-
mainstream.
Right, I produce. I've only ever done one mainstream scene for Brazzers, but other than that, I produce all my own content.
So how do you just reach out to them and book them, and you do
Yeah.
content sharing?
Yeah.
Who out there? Which performer out there are you looking to create
To
content
work
with?
with. Honestly, Jay Hefner was on my list, but I think he's out the game. Doesn't seem
Jay
like,
Hefner.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't seem like he shoots porn anymore. What's that light skinned man's name? Not
You gotta do better than that.
not Air Thugger. What's his light skinned brother in crime? What's his name? The nigga that's always with Air Thugger.
with the fro.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name, but with
But
the
you
light
know
skin
who
dude
I'm
with the
talking
fro.
about.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I haven't worked with him. I would love to work. Honestly, I'm about to retire, but I would love
You're
to
gonna retire?
Yeah, I'm
For how
pretty
long?
much. I'm done. It's a wrap.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to transition to yoga entrepreneurship. So I'm at the end of this year. I'm going to Asia to get my yoga teacher certification. And I have enough content to last me until March, and then I'm gonna start making the transition. But yes, I mean, honestly, I'm not really pressed to work with too many male content creators as it stands. But if I was still producing content,
Right.
like he's on the list. It's so sad that I'm forgetting his name. My God.
There's nothing in particular that happened why you chose to get out?
No. Okay. Well, honestly, I think what it is that I came to LA to go to the Urban X Awards. I didn't make it to the Urban X Awards because there was a hurricane that touched down in LA, which is crazy as fuck. So I had to get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Because what the fuck. But I think what that situation made me realize is that I am where I've always wanted to be in this industry. I am in the position that I've always wanted to be. I am like, I have reached the levels of success that I have always been working towards, but I'm looking around and it's just like this is not it.
So you feel like you reached your ceiling in this industry?
Yeah, like and
is there for minorities in this industry? Is there the ceiling is real? Like you can only go so far, or do you think?
Honestly, I definitely think that the industry treats you differently. You know, as a white person versus a black person, I for sure.
Females, you speaking from a female perspective?
Yes.
Well, okay.
Yes, I definitely think that racism in this industry is very prevalent.
You have experienced. Well, you don't really work with majed productions. So
I don't
you're
really
not
work with major productions.
So why do you say that then? What gives you the?
I have. I used to live with Demi Sutra. We have a friendship and everything like that. And so I've seen the things that she has dealt with, gone through. You know what I'm saying? But I've also, I have two eyeballs in a brain. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking around, talking to Anna Fox, talking to Hazel Grace.
Oh, Hannah didn't have a problem talking about it.
You know,
her interview for sure.
You know, and and then also looking at the white women in this industry and like. There have been so many instances where I will find myself saying or thinking, damn, it's like all you have to do is be white and, XYZ. You know what I'm saying? So
well, I think all you have to do is have a vagina. It's just a matter if they want you or not.
I don't know if that's necessarily true.
Because it's not hard for a female to get into the adult film industry, right?
Maybe it's not hard for them to get into the industry, but to find success in the industry is maybe a different story.
But don't the people give you this? Don't the people put you in demand? The viewers? They have to take a liking to what they're seeing. Like, for instance, Violet Myers wasn't the cup of tea that the industry typically the viewers, the consumers usually go for. But she hit because she had a unique, look and, it works.
Right.
What's the one that won Performer of the Year? At AVN, Kira.
Yes.
I don't
for the first time ever.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And I'm not saying what you're saying is not valid. I'm just saying, why did they pick her? Why did she get extremely popular? Why? Is it because she looks different than the average colored girl that comes in the industry?
I think that Kira is very talented and very beautiful and has a lot to offer the industry. I think the fans play a role, but also I think that there are there's politics to this industry.
But should black women join the adult film industry?
Oh my God.
As a whole, do you think if you're seeing all the red flags, you only have a few Asian girls that do it that are rolling. Right. Okay, you only got a few black women that are now you got a lot of black women that are only fans, with the BBLs and all that shit that are real popular. But I'm talking about in the real adult film world.
It really hurts my heart because I wish that there was more representation, especially as far as black women goes in the mainstream industry. But the fact of the matter is, the reality is that the mainstream industry or the porn industry in general is not a very hospitable environment for black women. Like, it's really not. You know what I'm saying?
What about for Latin women? Can you say the same?
If you could pass the paper brown the bag
got your brown paper bag test
right now.
Yeah, it's okay.
Right, if you could pass the brown paper bag test, then maybe, you know what I'm saying. I honestly don't have a lot of Latina friends in this industry to really know and get a feel
to hear
for
the
it.
insights of what they say.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure that I'm sure that they're not immune from racism and stuff like that.
Right. All right. Wow. Sage the Flame joining us on the Bougie Show. Didn't know you were getting ready to leave the industry.
And
you think you'll ever come back?
No.
But they always say that. I just interviewed, I don't know if you know Madison Scott, very popular female performer in the early 2000s, like 2010. She was when OnlyFans wasn't here.
Right.
And she's coming back now, but with a whole different perspective. And she shared a lot of jewels about the game. But 8 years. 8 years since she's been with a man.
Wow. Honestly, I don't have any plans to return. And this is the first time I'm even announcing the fact that I'm retiring.
Actually, by the time your interview comes out, you said next month?
I'm retiring.
March, you said. No,
right,
March,
I'm done shooting porn now, but I have enough porn to last me until March of next
So you're
year.
actually done?
Yeah, I'm actually done shooting content. I just have some solo videos to shoot, and that'll be a wrap. You know, but when is this coming out?
Probably next month.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you'll,
So you got the exclusive.
yeah. But why didn't you spend more time shooting with major production companies? You didn't like the experience?
I well, no. The one time that I did shoot with Brazzers, that was honestly one of the best days on set that I've ever had. It was a lot of fun. I got to shoot with Hazel Grace. You know, I love her.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just don't. I'm not like the type. I'm not really good at politicking. I'm not really one to try to, you know, I'm not really out here trying to prove myself to anybody. You know what I'm saying? And also, I think what it really boils down to is that I get way more value out of producing and monetizing my own content than shooting. That's
clearly
for
where the
companies.
game is.
You know what I'm saying? And also, a lot of these mainstream companies, their fan base is white. They have to cater to white people. So, you know, I'm going to have to shoot with white people. Like, and I'm not really trying to do that. You know?
Oh, you don't shoot with white men?
No.
Why?
Because I don't like.
Oh, it's not your cup of tea?
No. Yeah. Not a big fan of
now,
white.
if a white female said that, I'm not performing no black man and not my cup of tea, it's chaos. So
You're right, because in the United States of America, racism is what prevails the most is anti-black racism, right? So there are certain things that just don't go both ways because racism is not a equal street. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
I mean, I do understand what you're saying. It's not parallel. And okay. I mean, I get what you're saying.
In a world where black people are
in a country.
In a country where, I mean, I don't know, in a world where, but specifically in a country where black people are the group in society that is looked down upon, I guess, in a racial way. You know, certain things affect black people that may not affect white people. So if I sit here today and say I don't really like to work with white people, that stems from
in the adult film
industry. That stems from way different reasons than if somebody were to be like, I don't want to work with black people. Like, the reasoning is
so what's your
different.
reason?
My reasoning is that, I mean, simply put, I don't really find myself attracted to that many white men. You know what I'm saying? But also, I mean,
but as a performer, and say you're an adult performer and you're in the game and you're in the mix and you're being hired, you don't have control.
Right. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm just like, it's not like I'm like, I never want to work with white men and I'll never work with a white man. But it's just like, I'm not going to seek out to do it. Because, and here's my reasoning, because I feel like porn showcasing black people together is, we're missing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, black porn is missing.
But the problem, I understand what you're saying. It's missing, but also it's missing because it's not in demand.
Right.
So there was before COVID, there were companies out there like the Jake Steeds of the world. I forgot, but they had West Coast Productions and they had all that. But even that hit a ceiling. There's something about interracial. I was told it's the contrast. Why do they love to see the little white girl with the big black man? There's something there. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I don't think they really care. I think they just care whatever's in demand.
Facts. And you know, that's totally fine, and that's valid, honestly. Right. Interracial has a chokehold on this industry and it makes a lot of money, and I completely understand that. But the fact of the matter is that that's not right. I'm not really trying to do that. Like, my content sells very well. I make content. 99% of my co-stars are black, and it does well for me. Right. And I love black people. I love being around black people. You know,
and you're half Spanish and half black, right?
Yeah.
But Dominican is considered Afro-Latino.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying.
You know, I just like.
So you never performed with a white man?
No, for Brazzers I shot. Homeboy.
Who was that?
Jay Romero.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was fun. He was cool. You know, we had a great time.
The penis still feels the same, right?
Yeah. It was.
It is time to stop the fuckery.
It felt great. Like, the sex that we had, I felt like on camera was like great,
genuine.
But looking at it, I didn't want to. Like, I didn't like it. Like, I didn't like the visuals. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Like, it's just something about a white penis in me that just doesn't really like.
It is time to stop the fuckery.
All right, I get it.
Visually
I get what
isn't
you're
that
saying.
stimulating,
I get what you're saying. What about when you talk with Anna? Because Anna, a lot of people, when her interview came out, and I asked her, is the black male performer only good for their penis? And people was like, and she said, yeah, well, you know, a lot of them don't realize it, whatever. And she was like, well, what else are you there for? Nobody's there to freaking pick your brain and see how you feel about astrology or anything. You're there to use your cock, right? So I was like, okay, fair enough. That's what the viewers were saying, right? Then they said, well, she only works with white men. Well, that's what they book her because she's a dark-skinned woman. She's pretty.
Right.
She has gorgeous features.
Right.
But on camera, if she's with Isaiah Maxwell, the scene doesn't pop.
Right.
The same way it does if she's with Johnny Sins.
For sure.
It's because of the contrast of the color.
For sure.
So, I don't know. I think it's somebody who's a partner of mine, and he said that, when I prefer interracial for a black man. And I said, why? He says, because when you're seeing it, he says, when you're seeing the penis, you can because the white woman like the vagina, I think that's what catches her eye.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that interracial porn is racist. Like, that's not what I'm saying whatsoever. I think
you can have your preference. That's fine.
Right.
That's fine.
I just love black people.
But you loving black people has nothing to do with performing. Having sex.
Yes, it does. It has a lot to do with that.
But I'm talking about being a professional here. I'm not talking about, because if you're getting into that game and you're going to perform and you're going to put yourself out there to millions of people to watch your content, you're doing it to be a true performer, right?
But for me personally, I have to have a level. There has to be a level of integrity in everything that I do.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
that's
And
fair.
I don't want to be too heavily associated with white people. I don't want to be the white man's porn star. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
I'm here to serve the black community. I'm here to be around black people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what we outside.
No, I feel you. I mean, straight shooting.
Everything I do is out of the love for my people.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I was just talking from a professional perspective on I'm like, well, why are you saying that? But then you do shoot your own content. You do what you want to do. So there's nothing wrong with that. First time you encountered a BBC was when in your life?
I mean, what defines
prior
big?
to adult film industry, and then in the adult film industry?
Because
did you experience one before adult films?
Absolutely. Outside of porn, I've only ever had sex with one white man. So
no, not white man. I said BBC.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So define big, like
you the adult performer. You supposed to tell me what's considered big.
Honestly, the first time I had sex, I don't know. I honestly don't remember if like his.
You don't remember your first?
No, I remember it.
Penis.
I remember it, but I don't remember.
A person of color's penis.
I remember the first time I had sex.
Okay, when was that? No, not having sex. Just because you have sex the first time doesn't mean I had a big penis.
What are we defining as big? Because you're saying BBC.
You know what the BBC stands for, right?
Yes,
okay,
big
so
black
what do
cock.
you consider big?
I don't know. I guess like 9 inches and above.
Okay, all right. So 8 inches is normal to you?
It is time to stop the fuckery.
It's not.
Okay, bro, we ain't got a shot out here. If 8 inches is normal.
It's slightly. I'll acknowledge that 8 inches is slightly above average for sure. I mean,
slightly above average. The average penis is 5 to 6 inches. That's 3 whole other inches.
And don't get me wrong.
What are you talking about?
I
This
love
girl
a
is
good
fried.
average size penis. I really do. Like that's really my shit. You know what I'm saying?
You like to come home to boyfriend penis.
I love it.
Yeah, right.
You
I
know?
got you. But,
shout outs to homeboy. But yes. But I guess the first time I had a BBC that I can like really think of was probably one of my little personal trainer, situations.
Oh, trainer?
Yeah, he was a personal trainer.
Oh, wow. And he got the draws?
And yeah, he was really cute.
He was training you?
Yeah, he was
so
training
how did he came on to you or you came on to him?
Honestly, I think he came on to me, right? Because I remember the first time we ever met, like I was like, handshake. This is a professional setting. And I remember like when I shook his hand, he was like, that's like, right, like he was trying to give me a hug. You know what I'm saying? So I guess like he was the first one to press me, but
wait, what did he do?
He's a person. No, trainer.
What did he do? Like coming pressing you as far as?
Oh, cause right when we had our initial meeting, cause right I go to the gym and like whatever. So we have our initial meeting about like starting.
Right, how your workout. I got you.
Right, so when we finish, I shake his hand to leave.
The first time you met him.
The first time I met him, and
then
he's like, right, why are you trying to shake my hand? I'm trying to give you a hug.
Oh, so he was being unprofessional.
Right.
Okay.
And so I'm like, okay, I see what's happening here.
Okay, and then what did you do?
I mean, we exchanged numbers and,
Oh, you gave him your number like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's an attractive man.
Okay, so the looks is what made you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was no mental stimulation at that point.
Not a whole lot.
Okay.
Like at first, because right, we were having a professional conversation, like everything was cool, whatever. But like as I got to know him, like He's not my favorite person on the planet Earth, but the dick was hitting. Okay. I'll give him that.
And how long did it take for him to get GTD?
I don't remember. It wasn't that like it didn't take that long. It was probably maybe a week, 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Took you out, or y'all just linked up after a workout?
Yeah, we linked up after a workout. Yeah, because we would spend time in the gym together, and then
And
But
so what
I
you
mean,
doing
he
after
was
this?
a slut. Like he was probably doing that with everybody in the gym, honestly.
And he said, "What you doing after this?"
Type shit.
And then you said, "I'm gonna do nothing."
Yeah.
And then I'm just trying to understand how it led up to y'all knocking boots.
I mean, we're working out, and I'm in my little workout outfit or whatever. And I don't think we were necessarily flirting the first time we had a training session, but like when it came to the text messages, there was a lot of flirtatious energy there. Like I remember one time he sent me this like, I wouldn't call it a meme, but it was a picture of like a wet vagina and a wet like pre-cum coming out of a dick, right? And it was like text on it, and it was in Portuguese. And for some reason, this nigga thought that was Spanish and asked me to translate it, even though I'm not fluent in Spanish.
Right.
And
you're not bilingual?
Not 100%.
Okay. You understand it, but don't speak it?
Correct.
Okay,
yeah.
got you.
And so, right, I was just picking up on the vibes, and one thing led to another, and then, I'm asking this nigga to come over. Also, he was my plug at the time, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a lot of
your plug?
Yeah, like he was selling me weed. Yeah.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay, so that was your first time coming across one outside of the industry?
Yeah.
So he was
BBC.
Yeah.
As far as I can remember.
Okay, and then in the industry?
In the industry, the first BBC. Let's see. Well, honestly, he was the first. He was actually the first person that I shot a porn video with.
And
but after
who is that?
I mean, he's not in the industry, so I can't name.
Why?
This is the porn. This
shot this. It's out there to the public.
This is the personal trainer guy.
No, not him. I'm talking about in the industry. Your first encounter with the BBC.
Let's see. God damn. Oh. I mean, when you say in the industry, do you mean like OnlyFans, or do you mean like porn star?
Whatever adult male performer out there.
So there's this guy called Just Call Me Daddy.
Okay.
I guess he doesn't have like a name,
right.
But he definitely has like a, I don't know if it was
she
like,
rolled her hand. A banana?
Definitely got like a 10-inch girthy as fuck.
Wow, you took the whole thing?
In my vagina, yes. In my mouth, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely.
Oh, so your vagina stretches?
It does.
Okay.
But also to his credit, like he's really good at foreplay.
Right,
you know, so it wasn't even a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Did you date a man that don't eat cootie?
Never in my life. Couldn't do it. But yeah, he was really good at foreplay. Really good at just saucing me up or whatever.
How many men have you instructed on how to eat kitty cat?
Honestly, maybe only probably one or two
that you had to show.
Yeah, because if I had to show you, then you're probably not doing too great. But I mean,
well, what if you don't know? Like me, I've never done that. So
you've never eaten pussy before?
No.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. Why do I say it all the time? No,
you've never
the jaw drops.
You've never eaten pussy. Where are you from?
I went down there one time and I just came
Where
back
are you
up.
from?
I'm born in New York and I've lived in Florida for a long time.
Are you like African American or are you Caribbean?
No, I'm black. I'm born in New York. Yeah, well, my mother's Jamaican.
Okay.
Yeah, so when we was raised up, it was just like, oh, we don't do that. King doesn't bow. And so I always embraced the mentality. But I'm thinking, because I'm getting older now, and I'm like, okay, you know what? You're thinking about slowing down and possibly locking in with somebody.
I'm flabbergasted.
Yeah, you just So she's gonna teach a 40-year-old man. I'm wondering. That's why I asked y'all. So like, if I ever tell a woman, hey, I think I'm gonna settle down, would you teach a 40-year-old man how to eat the box?
I've definitely had conversations about things that I like. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to having my pussy ate, but I don't know if I've ever really if a man was down there and I gave him instructions. I've definitely been I've definitely been maybe move your tongue a little bit over to the left, right, type shit. But I've never had to give a whole instruction.
What to come down there? Okay, you come down here and you come here with your tongue. This is the inside of the clitoris. You never gave somebody the one-on-one?
Nah, because I also feel like it's really not that. It's really, I don't know.
Not that technical?
It's not that technical. It's not that difficult, because I think what it boils down to is if you do a good job at stimulating the rest of my body, if we're kissing, you know what I'm saying, and you kiss the rest of my body, and you're
your vagina don't need to get.
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
What I'm saying is. What I'm saying is, if you give me a good warm up, by the time you get down there to lick my clitoris, like any like one little, like you could blow on my clitoris and I'm probably gonna have an orgasm. You know what I'm saying? So if I get a good warm up, you're setting yourself up for success, and probably anything you do is gonna be great. You know, start off gentle. You don't gotta go too crazy, and we're probably gonna have a great time. You know, the tongue feels great. You know, so it's like you're probably gonna do great.
Sage of Flame joining us on the Bougie Show. What sexual acts and talents, you don't have to say their name, have found their way on your no checklist, and why?
Am I no?
Yes. What don't you do on camera? What don't you do participate in sexual activities?
I don't do anal.
Okay.
Just not a big fan of how it feels. I've tried it. Just don't really like how it feels.
Off camera or on camera? You tried it?
I tried it off camera. I don't like anything in my ass. It's just too much.
I got you.
Aside from that, I mean, probably just like no, right? I don't do golden showers. You know, not too crazy about pain. Excuse me. So I'm not gonna have anybody like slapping me or anything. Okay,
got you. No humiliation.
Yeah, no humiliation. Definitely no race play. Unless it's like me degrading a white man.
It is time to stop the fuckery.
We got a bona fide freak in the building.
Hey, it sounds like you need to be on like Boondocks. So you need to be a Boondocks character.
Bro.
But like you want like reparation for slavery and shit. Like I want a bondage. I want to dominate a white man. So that's what make you. So it's more of a mental satisfaction. You want a white man on his 4 knees and walking like a dog, and you slapping him with the belt.
I've never done it before, but I would definitely do some shit like that.
Yeah, that would stimulate you with the white man.
Yeah,
okay, I get it.
For sure.
It has to be a character.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, right. Like I said, don't get me wrong. I don't seek that type of shit out because I'm focused on black people. I don't really worry about white people like that. But if somebody asked me to do that, I would do it.
Okay.
You know?
I believe you.
So yeah.
I do believe you. What about talents? Why has talents found their way on your no checklist?
I mean, it's just, I don't know. Some men are just a little bit too aggressive with their energy, not willing. Because, right, I do collaborative shoots. So it's like if we're pulling up to a collab shoot and you're not really trying to collab with me, then, like, we have a problem. You know what I'm saying? Also, some men are just not that bright. And
yes, a lot of men are dumb.
Yeah, and that stresses me out.
Let me ask you, because this is something I've been asking for this event, I've been asking every guest. Have you not worked with a male performer because of the way they use their penis?
Let's see. Yes. Well, no. I have worked with a guy before and then been like, I'm never going to do that again because of how he uses his
And
penis.
how did he use his penis?
He was just jackhammering my shit.
Like a weapon?
Like a fucking weapon. Like he's trying to like fight me or something.
And did you let him know that during the penetration?
No, because honestly, I was relatively new in the industry, like still getting my footing.
And this is a well-known male performer?
Yes, well-known, very mainstream, you know what I'm saying? And he definitely brought the mainstream energy, you know what I'm saying, to our collaborative shoot.
But he was railing you.
He was railing my shit. And so as it's going down, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not like in pain. Because if I was in pain, then I would like stop the situation. But it's like, I'm not in pain. I'm not dying
but you
right
were
now.
running?
Yes, but so I was like, okay, maybe this looks good. Like, I don't know, like maybe this is cool. Like maybe this
was OnlyFans. This was content creation.
This was content
creation.
Got you.
Yeah,
so I'm like, maybe this will turn out fine. Lo and behold, it didn't. Because I'm not good at acting. Like, I'm not good at faking shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, I looked uncomfortable. Like, it just was weird. He was, you know, like, take this cock every 3 seconds. Like, it was
he
weird.
kept saying that to you?
Yeah, and he was like announcing orgasms that never happened. Like, it was really weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
Never worked with him again?
Never in my life.
Okay. You got a few years under your belt doing this, right?
5 years.
Okay. What red flags would you advise fairly new actresses and actors to watch out for?
Honestly, people who just have like really big egos, you know, whether that be like they have to tell you about all the things that they have or the things that they've done, or people who are very, I guess, not like angry, but like very maybe aggressive, controlling, stuff like that, or people who don't really listen to any boundaries that you put into place, or like don't really care about your comfort level and stuff like that. Like if you voice any concerns, like people who just don't give a shit, that's definitely a red flag.
Oh, well.
Definitely would stay away.
If you could change one thing about the adult film industry, what would that be?
That is a good question. Honestly, I really wish that I had more positive things to say about the industry. So it's kind of hard to like narrow it down to just one.
Give me two then. But it's got to be one main thing. Like, yo, this
if I could change one thing about the industry, it would be like, I just wish that there was more space for like authentic community. I feel like a lot of people, which is strange because to me this industry like seems to be a place where like more teamwork makes the dream work. Because I mean, what's better than one hoe is two hoes.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
We can applaud that.
So it's like I really wish that there was less like shystiness, less like drama, less competition shit going on, and like especially for Black people and people of color, like I just wish that there was more of a opportunity for us to like really come together and like be together and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand what you're saying. Your thoughts when you see performers come and go so fast in the adult film industry, knowing that that content will remain forever?
I mean, I don't know. I wish them well. Shit, what the fuck? You know, I hope that they got what they needed and continue to thrive in their life. And
if you could take back one thing, and I know you're exiting the adult entertainment world. If you could take back one thing from your time spent, what would that be?
Honestly, I don't think that I have any regrets because I feel very blessed to have been able to do everything that I did was because I wanted to do it.
So you were able to control the narrative.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, people might be like, well, what about that time that you shot for Brazzers and worked with the white guy? Like, I wouldn't take that back because that was a wonderful experience. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't think I have any regrets or anything that I would take back.
How do you feel about the female performers calling out the creeps in the industry?
I am here for it as long as like it's actual. Because I've unfortunately have seen people like literally lying, like just blatant lies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've seen people.
But can't you sue them for defamation of character?
I mean, you can, but it's like, first of all, who is gonna have time for the lawyers? Where are you gonna get the lawyers? And then right, the damage is already done. You feel me? So I'm here for it, right? As long as it's coming from an honest place, and as long as it's not like, you know, just on some dramatic shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as it's like stemming from like an authentic place, then yes, I'm here for it. Because I feel like everyone, like, people need to know, you know, like people it's good that people are looking out for other people's safety, you know? So yeah.
Your thoughts on male performers wearing masks?
I mean, honestly, I could understand why people would want to be anonymous in this industry, or like might want to like shield their identity or whatever. Right. I can't say I'm like really against it, to be honest. I just think as long as they're not hiding behind that.
Well, isn't it? Okay, but you knock Ruby Rose for not really being a performer, right?
No, I'm knocking her. I was knocking her for being dishonest about what she was offering on her OnlyFans. Okay. So it's like,
I got you. Okay,
right. So if you're an anonymous performer and like that's apparent, then like, you know, that's fine.
Right. Okay.
You know?
But isn't it offensive to you, I mean, or to a male performer that is revealing themselves, like, this is what I do, like, you going to be in the game or not? It's almost like if you're going to put gold teeth in your mouth, put permanents, you can't put pullouts. It's not respected. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. You know what I mean? Like, how you going to be out here slaying and you covering your face?
I mean, for
you
sure.
You going to do porn or you not?
Don't get me wrong. When it comes to anonymous performers, I definitely look at them different because I'm like, nigga, right, are you here or not? Like, what's up with you? Yeah. But on the other hand, I could understand because, right, I understand the shit that sex workers get, so I could understand why somebody would want to conceal their identity. Right. But I guess as long as you're not being a fucking creep with it, then I don't really have a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the male performers who are out there with their face, they probably get more, you know, they probably find more success with that. Like, I feel like there is a ceiling to being anonymous. You know what I'm saying? So
what does your audience appreciate most about your content that you've created?
I think that the two things that they appreciate the most is the authenticity and the priority of black on black content. Oh, yes. So they appreciate that you kept that content coming, right? Okay. And that it's like that my content is authentic. Like, I'm actually enjoying the experience. Like, I'm not just like penis and vagina. Like, we're actually like, my pussy is like wet. Speaking of the vagina, vagina maintenance. What do you do? What did you do throughout your run, or even as you go on in life, to
make sure that the kitty cat got its primary care?
Drink a lot of water.
What does the water do for the vagina?
I mean, hydration does a lot of things for the body.
I understand the body. I'm talking about for the vagina.
For the vagina, I mean, it keeps it moisturized, not moisturized. It keeps it wet.
Okay. So wet doesn't come from you getting stimulated?
No, but like yes, but it definitely gives it like the extra, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to have to struggle to get wet if you're like hydrated enough. Like, only because I flew on a plane, I don't have it with me, but I usually always have a gallon of water with me everywhere I go. And in addition to water, I mean, just, minding what you eat. Like, don't eat like shit, eat your fruits and vegetables, all that good stuff. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's not really rocket science. Also, be mindful to a certain extent of like what goes into your vagina. The BV boys are out here.
The BV?
The BV boys are outside.
BV.
Yeah.
What's that?
Men who find themselves in a lot of vaginas and just, end up just passing around a lot of different bacteria.
BV boys. Okay.
The BV boys.
What does the BV stand for, though?
Bacterial vaginosis.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Speaking of male performers, where does Pressure or Prince Joshua,
Hey, yo.
a viewer wanted to know, D-Spin, shout out to him, what does Pressure or Prince Joshua do with their boots after performing with them in front of the camera?
It is time to stop the fuckery.
That's a legit question, y'all. That's a legit question.
Yo.
Do they hang the boots up and be like, and then write who they slayed? Like, if it says a Slade, like I ain't got my Timbs on right now. You just write like where that space is on the bottom of the Timbs. You just write like Sage there. Now, like who got to work with those pair of boots on? Or maybe you write on like the Bang Bros bus and you write all the names all over the boots.
I've never worked with Prince Joshua. I've never met him in my life, but he just cracks me up. Just like
with
him.
The boots.
Yeah, he cracks me up. I don't think Pressure wears Timbs.
I saw him wearing the boots one time.
I've never seen him wear Timbs in my life.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw him.
I'm crying. That's a great question. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, right? I've had sex with Pressure off camera, and I've never.
Why'd you have sex with him off camera? Ain't no money in that.
I know.
You were attracted to him? I heard he's smaller. He looks so much bigger, and Anna was like, "No, he's smaller."
He's taller. I mean, he's taller than me.
Oh, okay.
He's.
I don't know how tall you are.
He's a decent size.
You're sitting down.
I'm like 5'5" or 5'4" or something like that. But
so you were just getting your rocks off?
Yeah, I was getting my rocks off because the streets were not giving what they needed to give, so I needed some dick.
So you just hit him up?
Yeah, I hit him up.
He's like, "I'll come through."
Yes, and mind you, I had worked with him once. Like, we had shot a threesome back in 2021, and that was cool. But this time around, we were supposed to shoot content again, but it didn't work out because I guess our aesthetics just didn't line up. Like, he's very much so like, I gotta fuck the shit out of you, and I'm like, I'm an intimate lover, what I'm saying? Right. And off camera, he's an intimate lover as well, but he just wasn't trying to, I guess he has like a MO, he has something to prove.
His ego?
Yeah, he has a very big ego.
Feel like he was performing?
Right, so he needed to like bring that out, and
you just wanted to get your rocks off and go about your business. I
mean, I wanted to shoot content, but literally, we showed up, like the cameras were rolling, and we were talking about what we were gonna do on camera, and eventually we just needed to turn the camera off because what are we doing here? Nothing's gonna happen. It just didn't work out, unfortunately.
Okay.
But,
August 25th, you tweeted, quote, "One thing about it and two things for sure. I'm going to do my yoga. I'm going to make sure I'm fed. Yes, I woke up at 12:45 a.m. to catch a 5:45 a.m. flight so that I could stretch, breathe, eat prior to pulling up. And what about it? Does implementing yoga as a part of your daily activities enhance your sex game as an adult performer?"
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What, the flexibility side of it?
The flexibility, the breath work,
wow.
Just like the body awareness, the meditation piece. I definitely feel like there's so much, there's a lot of overlap when it comes to like the practice of yoga and like enjoying sex and like being sensual and like, really, really experiencing sex and all that it can, give you.
Let's go back a little earlier. August 21st, you tweeted, quote, "Niggas really be like, quote, wait for me, please," while cheating on their current girlfriend and simultaneously giving you the bare minimum. Please be for real. Laugh out loud. What led to that tweet?
I mean, I don't want to get too detailed with it, but long story short.
Oh, so it wasn't just capping. Something happened while you tweeted that.
Something happened
Okay.
for sure. There's this man who shall go unnamed, and he has a girlfriend. Shout outs to your girl.
He's a performer?
No.
Okay.
But she is. Shout outs to your girl.
Okay. All right.
And he has been in this relationship for like years, like maybe since 2020, maybe beforehand. And every time I go to this nigga house, he's always talking about how, like, you know, he wants to break. Not always, but like it eventually comes up that like he's not satisfied in this relationship and he wants to end it. Blah blah blah.
What were you going to his house for? He's your buddy?
He was like, we should be friends, and I was like, you seem really cool. I agree with you. Turns out he's trying to fuck. I'm not trying to fuck, but I like to talk to him.
Okay.
I feel like he's a good conversationalist, so that's why I pull up. You know what I'm saying? So he'll talk to me about stuff. And the past like 3 times I've gone to his house, he's been like, yeah, like I'm not satisfied in my relationship, blah, blah, blah. And so the last time we were talking, because I just broke up with my last boyfriend.
Was your boyfriend in the industry?
He is. He's anonymous.
Okay.
He's like just getting started.
Oh,
he's
okay.
not like
Got you.
or anything like that.
Oh, you brought him in the game?
No, he kind of like, nah, but he just started.
Okay.
And so I was like, yeah, I just broke up with my boyfriend because I felt like, you know, he was boring and he just wasn't really giving what I needed as a lover. Like he was a distant lover, you know what I'm saying? And I just didn't feel like we were romantically compatible. And
After being intimate with him?
Yes, we were dating for like 3 months.
And when you were intimate with him, the first time you knew that you weren't compatible?
No. This is something that I eventually came to realize, because honestly, I thought that at first, like, maybe, you know, he'll open up and then then he'll reveal himself as a more interesting person,
Right.
but that never happened. So I'm like, okay.
So it was more about the mental aspect of it opposed to the physical.
Right. It wasn't mentally. Like, one thing about me is that when it comes to my romantic partner, I thrive in a situation where excuse me.
You got water.
Where my partner is inspiring to me in some way.
Okay.
And this nigga was not inspiring me like in any way, shape, or form.
So
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I got you.
So I just felt like we just need to go our separate ways. Like, no, you know, no shade, no drama, no hate. You know, we just need to go our separate ways. So I was telling this to the man that I was talking about, and I'm like, you know, right, what about you? Like, how are you in your relationship? And he's like, well, you know, we still, like, I'm still here. Like, I don't know when we're going to break up, blah, blah. And so I was like, my nigga, stand up. But then he's like, please wait for me. Like, you know, like when we break up, like, I want us to be together, blah, blah. And it's like, my nigga, like, be dead ass right now. Because, like, you think I'm going to date you? Like, look at you right now. You think I want this? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's where that came from.
Okay. Tell me about a location Sage the Flame was sexually active at that she never imagined that would happen.
Like a physical location?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really like to have sex outside for real, because I like to be very comfortable when I have sex.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I've been to a sex club, never had sex in a sex club. I mean, I've had car sex, but I feel like there's
Well, everybody's had sex in the car. I don't think that's a place you never imagined you would have sex. All right, go ahead.
I guess there was this one time, there's this one nigga I used to talk to, who, long story short, had a lot of money, and we were like in his, I don't know, condo or whatever in Brickell. And I just remember waking up the day after that we had sex, just looking at the window and be like, wow, you know, this is just like, who would have thought?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause the view was just outstanding. It was just gorgeous.
You didn't want to go home?
I didn't want to go home. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the nigga was a little crazy, so I did want to go home, but like, I didn't want to stop staring at the window. You know what I'm saying?
So you had sex on the balcony or something?
No, we had sex in his room, and the window, like, it was like,
so you were looking out the city while you were getting back shots?
It was amazing.
Gotcha.
10 out of 10. You know?
If you could spend a day as another human being, who would that be and why?
Honestly, I don't know if I would, because you never know what people's lives are like. You know what I'm saying? You said for a day.
For if you could spend a day as another human being, who would that be and why?
I think it would probably be like, okay, when I stop being this person, do I have the knowledge still of this person's life?
No, you just get to experience who they are.
Oh
at
my
that
God.
time.
And then my memory's erased.
That's one day.
That's
24 hours.
crazy.
You get
Because
to
I was
spend
gonna
in the
say,
day
I
of
was gonna
somebody
say
else.
Donald Trump, because I feel like he has a lot of secrets. I don't like Donald Trump whatsoever, but I just want to know, like,
He's
if
a
that,
gangster, you know that, right?
I just want to know if that nigga is dead ass or not. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's dead ass by what he was doing. That's why he getting locked up every goddamn minute, getting charged. So clearly he was dead ass with that.
Like what? How does his brain function? Like I'm just curious. But I don't know. Maybe fucking somebody who lives in like Greece or some shit.
We'll just stick with Donald Trump. What's gonna be the end goal? I know you're getting out the game. What's next?
So,
what do you want them to say? Like, because you can be forgotten easily because there's always a new one.
I mean, honestly, I'm okay with being forgotten.
Okay.
You know, you ain't gotta remember me for real. Because I feel like I did what I needed to do. You know, I feel like my time spent in this industry has actually been great.
Well, we'll see if you actually stay away from it because I've seen a lot of people say they out there and they back.
I feel it.
Are you gonna get a regular job?
No, I've never had a regular job in my life.
So what are you gonna do to get income?
Yoga entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So,
but is that gonna pay like OnlyFans?
No, okay. Teaching like traditional like yoga teachers teaching yoga classes for yoga studios, they don't really make a lot of money.
Right.
But I have friends who are very successful yoga teachers. And you know, they teach their own classes and they, you know, teach retreat. They travel and like teach retreats and stuff like that. So there's a lot of ways to make like good money as a yoga instructor. And luckily I have a platform to kind of start off with already. So I mean, it could easily match the money that I'm making now. I just feel like there might be a lag in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm looking forward to making the transition into yoga full time for sure.
All right, we're gonna do name drop. That's when I state names. I'll state two people from the adult film industry, and then I'll state one known figure in mainstream society, and you'll tell me your first thought when I say their name.
Okay.
Hazel Grace.
I love her.
Okay.
Country ass bitch. I love that bitch.
All right, isn't she married to a white man?
She is married to a white man.
You tell her about that stuff?
I mean, but she seems to really love her husband, and her husband seems to be down. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, she complains to her husband about white people. You know?
Okay, well, I mean, if you're sick, who you love is who you love. If you complain about that, shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Mozzie the GOAT.
Maze the GOAT.
Is it Maze or Mozzie?
It's Maze.
Oh shit, I thought it was Mozzie. Stop fucking.
It is time to
Shout out to
stop
Carmela
the
Clutch because I did
fuckery.
interview her and I know they date. But go ahead.
The first thing that comes to mind, honestly, I was gonna say stress, but not like bad stress.
Yeah.
I just like he is very he's very eccentric. You know what I'm saying? Like with everything that he does, like everything is like on 10. You know what I'm saying? So not to say that it like stresses me out in a bad way, but it's like, you know, I can only handle your boy for like a little bit.
Wow.
Shout outs to your boy though. Love
Okay.
him, you know.
Killer Mike. I saw that you follow him on Instagram.
God. I love Killer Mike.
Okay. That's all. That's
a
the
real
first thought
nigga.
that comes to you?
Real nigga.
Okay. All right. We're going to do Moment of Truth. Moment of Truth is when I state things to you. If what I say is true, you say true. If it's false, you can say it's false and elaborate why it's false. And if it's something you choose not to answer, you can say pass. Most men prefer the bush.
I mean, I would hope so, but I think it's false.
Okay.
I think that's false.
You've never experienced sexism or racism on set before.
Definitly false.
Okay. It's false. You have experienced it.
Yeah.
You want to share?
I mean,
what that experience was?
it wasn't that intense. But it wasn't that intense. It was so I was given the aux. You know, I was given the ability to play the music, and I just feel like
the auxiliary cord.
Yes.
Okay, got you.
And I just feel like the way that homegirl came at some point to turn the music off was just a little like.
Oh, she turned it off with disgust. Turn this ninja stuff off.
Right. I was like, girl, you ain't have to do all that. You know what I'm saying? That seemed a little passive aggressive. Also, I'll give you an even better example. I never made it to this set. It was for Reality Kings. It was in Miami, and the shoot got canceled, so I never made it. But I felt some type of way because they asked me the you know how like they give you like wardrobe and shit.
Right.
So for my hair, they wanted me to like wear a hat the whole time. And that just seemed not like, it didn't seem racist. Like it didn't seem like, oh my gosh, I hate black people, like you should wear a hat. But it seemed like racially ignorant in the sense that like, first of all, how is this hat gonna fit on my head? Secondly, when I take the hat off, I'm gonna look crazy as fuck. Why are you setting me up for failure? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so like I said, nothing crazy.
Okay, but you didn't do enough. I'm pretty sure if you did more mainstream,
exactly,
that would have occurred.
Exactly.
The side penetration is still your favorite position. I think it's called a spooning. That's the one where you lay on the side and then
it's
the male
my
is
favorite.
behind you. Yeah, it's still your favorite. The side penetration is still your favorite position. Is that true or false?
No, that's false.
Okay,
my favorite is missionary.
Oh, okay. Why? You like to look in the eyes?
Yes, I'm an intimate lover. I love to look in the eyes.
You feel more penetration through the back shots though than through missionary?
I think it depends on the angle of the dick. I think it depends on the dick. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I love to be choked. You know what I'm saying? Like missionary is my shit for sure.
Okay, so that's false. You couldn't walk the next day after getting pounded out on set.
Definitely false.
Okay. You shot a scene and wish you could have canceled it after it was finished.
True.
Okay, why?
I mean, it was the guy. I'm thinking about the time that I shot with the jackhammer guy.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't that name intimidate you? Hammer, like when you hear hammer behind the jack? No?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like unfortunately a lot of men have like really aggressive sounding names, which is really interesting. But yeah, I felt like this man just brought a lot of like mainstream energy to the shoot that wasn't necessary.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right. So that's true. 18 is too young to become an adult performer. You had to think about it?
Yes, because I feel like I've met some 18-year-olds that are very smart, but you know, I guess maybe they're the exception. You know.
I have an 18-year-old daughter, and I could never imagine her walking in a room at 18 around a 35-year-old man and a bunch of men and about to have sex with him. You understand what I'm saying? Like, nah, that shit needs to go to 21.
I feel that.
You're just coming out of high school. You think,
I respect
seriously?
I respect it.
Seriously? No.
I mean, it's just because for me
law.
personally, I was on some different shit when I was 18. You know what I'm saying? Like.
And I get it. There are some people that like Angel Youngs. I interviewed her at 19,
right? And
she was wild as can be. I'm for the streets. Her daddy died at a younger age. She said that at the age of 17, she was already getting scouted. Right. So I just feel like, if it was at 21. Nobody would be trying to scout you out at 17. You get what I'm saying? They'd be trying to scout you out at 20, where you spent a couple years out of high school. You know what I'm saying? We still got to be good people in society. It don't matter if you're, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
18 is definitely a tender.
You got to protect children.
Right.
You got to protect women.
Facts. 18 is definitely a tender age. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I could definitely see the concern. I could definitely. See the concern
you got to change that shit. Come on, it's not 1979. Change that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got so many of them jumping in thinking, oh, I want to be cool in popularity, and not really at that age understanding what's happening. Right. You know what I mean? Right. What you're truly doing. Right. You prefer a circumcised penis? I
have no preference. I've done both.
Doesn't matter. All right. You've had a talent look you in your eye and ignore your double tap. Why?
Let me think. I don't think so. Otherwise,
that guy you said that was ramming you, I'm sure you were double tapping his leg.
No,
right?
I wasn't double tapping because he didn't push me to the point of pain.
Oh, okay.
But I've heard some really questionable things about him where he probably has ignored some double taps before. But I don't know if that happened. That's probably an immediate fight on site. So.
Most men can't handle dating a female that participates in adult films. Like that dude in Florida. Does he ask you about your shoots and stuff like that? Y'all don't talk that.
Does he actually what?
About your shoots?
No, we definitely talk about it for sure. So actually, yes, he does.
Does he ask you, do I perform better than male performers?
He's never asked me that because I think he knows that he does.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we've talked because, we if I travel and, he'll ask me about my day, how it went, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, we talk about that.
You tell him like, oh, I just worked with Isaiah Maxwell. You don't go into detail like that, right?
He actually, now that you mentioned Isaiah Maxwell, he has asked me some questions like who was like the male performer that I was really excited to work with, that I was like really proud of working with, and I told him Isaiah Maxwell.
And then he went and looked Isaiah Maxwell up to see. All right, let me make sure I'm rolling like he's rolling. I'm doing the things he's doing.
He had actually never heard of Isaiah Maxwell before.
I'm sure he looked him up. He's not gonna probably tell you that, but I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure he did.
I much prefer him. I mean, shout out to Isaiah Maxwell, of course. But I much prefer having sex with him over Isaiah. But
yeah, because there's a
connection there.
Yeah, clearly. It's not work. It's not recreation.
I mean, Isaiah Maxwell is fire too. But anyway, I think that on average, I think men probably do struggle more with dating women in the adult entertainment industry for sure. Because it's just, especially like if you grow up socialized the way that we've all been socialized to think, and you never unpack any of that, then you're probably gonna struggle with,
If a man attempts to eat you out the first time y'all have sex, he's nasty in your mind.
Absolutely not. That's normal. Why would you not do that?
That's normal?
Yeah.
The first time you meet a woman to go down on him? Or the first time you're being intimate with a woman to go down on him?
Yes. Why would you not?
You gotta earn that.
Why would you not?
You gotta earn it. I'm not just gonna go down and eat you. I remember I had a girl. Wait, keep it. I remember I had a girl. And she said, "Oh, we're going right into it." Yeah, we're going right into it. I'm not gonna eat your vagina. I don't know you like that.
Hey, yo. I mean, okay. First
I have
of
to
all,
love a woman to eat their vagina, but that's me. Go ahead.
First of all, do women have to love you to suck your dick?
No, you don't.
Okay,
have to, but
that's really
interesting. A lot of women like to.
That's really interesting. I feel like when it comes to the people that I have sex with, like there are steps. Yeah, I mean, even before I got into the industry, like I need to see your results. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to make sure that I like fuck with you enough. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if we have sex and you don't eat me out, like that's an immediate red flag. Like I'm probably not gonna have sex with you again. Like yeah, because what the fuck is wrong with you?
You might be a virgin at the tongue like me. Don't know what you're doing. Say, what? That's not nothing. All right, let's finish. You enjoy rimming men. I get a lot of complaints about men not knowing how to clean their behind.
Honestly, I have eaten ass before. I'm not gonna say it's like something that like I love to do and I gotta do it. But honestly, like if I like the guy and the guy really likes to have his ass ate, I'll do it with a smile on my face because if it makes you happy, if you like it, I fucking love it.
You strapped on a man before?
No, but I kind of want to.
Okay, and would you feel like they're fruity if you did?
Maybe, but
could you date a man that if like they do to Miami, say, yo, I want to add something to the bedroom, I want you to put this dildo on thing, you're gonna think he's fruity, right? You're gonna think
I might, but it's like I have dated a bisexual man. Like I don't have a problem with that.
You weren't worried about catching STDs?
No, because we stay up to date on our testing. And shit, you know.
And how was that? Would you go back? Would you date another bisexual man?
I would. I really liked it because he was very intimate and very sensual and very like he wasn't like overly masculine. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really like a overly masculine man. You know what I'm saying? So I liked the fact that he had like a softer side to him. If that makes sense. And he was also a creative. You know, that was fine.
Your favorite spot for the money shot is the face.
False, it's the ass.
Okay.
Cause I don't know what these niggas be eating. I don't know what their cum tastes like. I'm not trying to swallow everybody. Some of these niggas just be running off fumes and liquor.
Yeah. Oh, you've had some Remy Martin penis?
Yeah.
How about Hennessy?
Henny Dick, yeah.
Don Julio?
Probably not. No.
Jack whiskey?
No, I think.
Is there a difference in the performance by the male performance based on the liquor that they're drinking, like white liquor opposed to dark liquor?
I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I don't fuck with too many alcoholics.
Wait. What does alcoholic have to do with being drinking liquor before they're having sex?
Because it's like I don't have a lot of experience having sex with men who like drink before they have sex.
Oh,
like,
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
I don't really drink like that. Just it's a personal preference, you know. Right. So I don't have like enough test data to like really tell you.
You've gotten burned as a performer.
Yes, I have.
What, chlamydia? Gonorrhea?
I think it was chlamydia.
Somebody admitted to me yesterday that they had herpes.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, it do. Sage the Flame joining us on the Bougie Show. The floor is yours. Could you look at that camera and tell them?
Damn, that was the last question?
Yeah, that was the last question.
But I got chlamydia? Okay.
No, it's all right. You're not the first person to say you've gotten chlamydia. We know it's curable.
Nah, yeah, I feel
Can you let them know what they can expect from you moving forward? I know you said that already March is going to be the end. And something rare about yourself.
So moving forward, you can expect more educational content from me, more content connecting yoga and sexuality and how you can be a better sexual partner by implementing yoga and meditation into your life, how you can heal your sexual energy, stuff like that.
And something rare about you that
something
nobody
rare
knows.
about me that nobody knows. I mean, honestly, I don't really have a lot of secrets. I guess, okay, something rare that nobody knows is that when I was in high school, I tried out for my football team. I didn't make it because they were hating on me heavy.
You tried out for a football team with all men?
Yes.
Why would you do that?
JV football, because I was as strong as them.
You were allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah. And yeah, like I said, didn't make it, but fuck it, we ball.
Yeah, okay. So
yeah,
that's
fine.
something rare?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Wasn't expecting that, but that's good.
Yeah.
That's all fine. Sage, the Flame, joining us on the Bougie Show. We appreciate you coming in out your way to get this interview done. It was very enjoyable. I didn't know where it was going to go, but I think they'll have a more of an appreciation for you and where you stand and who you are. So we wish you the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you very much.
And, keep rocking out.
Thank you.
Sage the Flame in the building. It's the Bougie Show. We are checking out. Yay! How long was that? God damn. Tried to keep it under an hour.
You're fine.
Oh my gosh.
That was a good conversation.